Cari amici, it's a real joy for me to be sharing with you at this time, because we're in so much better a situation than we have been before, a situation in which at last it's beginning to become possible for us, gay and lesbian Christians, to speak in the first person. Let me tell you what I have found really important as I have tried to be a preacher and a priest. And it's this. I've discovered that people respect and appreciate vulnerability and transparency. They're not concerned with the purity of our lives, they're not concerned with the officialness of our positions, but they pick up the vibes of transparency and of vulnerability. If we are able to tell stories of being loved, of how we discovered ourselves loved in the midst of a place of shame and rejection, when other people, and the church in particular, treated us as froci, as finocchi, as ciechi, all of those awful words. And we ourselves felt that we were not worthy even to be real followers of Christ. We would have to be pretend followers. In the midst of all that, we have discovered that no, all those official voices, all those hateful voices were wrong. That God loves us just as we are and enables us to reach out in love to others, so that actually the whole of our lives, our sex lives, can be humanized, our emotional lives can become fruitful and rich in relationships with others. We need not be ashamed of our bodies and how we act. And other people pick up that we are genuine. Other people, whether they live also in fear and resentment or hatred of the church, are able very quickly to pick up that here is someone by whom I am not threatened. This is a person who has been through the place of shame and has emerged as someone who is able to say, yes, I am a gay or a lesbian follower of Jesus. And it is he who enables me to love without resentment, without feeling victimry. And because I'm able to share truth in that way, I can be a witness to Christ, because people know that I'm not making things up, that I can share the story of how I am loved, of how I have been forgiven where I have been wrong, and how I have been built up where others have tried to destroy me. So we move into places where others are marginalized and fearful, and strangely, we find that they like us, because they know we're not trying to manipulate or distort something for them. This is a huge privilege, my sisters and my brothers, the huge privilege of being the first generation of Catholic, gay and lesbian people who are able to evangelize in the first person, not having to pretend to be someone else, not having to stay in a closet in order to try to be convincing about the language of the church. But for us to be able to say, you know, being gay, being lesbian is very important for my love, but it's not hugely important in the overall scheme of things. What is hugely important is being able to love, to reach out to people in precarious situations, to the marginalized, to immigrants, to poor people, to battered people, to those who are attacked and abused. To the degree that because we have been through the place of shame, we are not afraid of those places. We have been prepared by the Spirit to be the evangelizers of this new generation. So let's be really grateful and full of joy at this time which is coming upon us. Molti auguri.